There's a lot of things that we do in life that contribute to our lifestyle, whether they be positive or whether they be negative. And ultimately, these things can contribute to how we live our lives and how we see our lifestyle. And one thing that I've come to observe about like many people, and also a little bit about myself at times, is that we oftentimes compare our lifestyles in categories. And what do you know? Most of the time, the category is either good or the category is bad. And I bring this up right now because I'm not necessarily saying that it's a bad thing. The only thing I want to bring up is that I feel like doing this in a way kind of narrows our perspective on lifestyle. Because I mean, like, think about it. Everybody wants a good lifestyle, and when people don't have a good lifestyle, they automatically assume that their lifestyle is bad. And I get it, because like I said, I've been in that spot before. But I realized that there was a shift that needed to happen from my mindset, automatically thinking that my lifestyle was measured by a category. It's a memorable piece of my life that is shown to be a very important growth experience. But in this, I mean, that growth, I didn't know where to go, I didn't know where to turn, and I didn't know what to do. But to ultimately tie all of this back on what I was saying is that in this experience, I was able to discover a way to better my view on lifestyle. And the discovery is that I had to come to the realization that growth comes from challenges. That little bit of uncertainty that I was telling you about when I didn't know where to turn, that was a challenge that I had to go through to ultimately get to where I am now and where I wanted to be. So when we get caught up in trying to categorize our lifestyles, we really and truly just narrow the pathway in which we think to that box that we created ourselves around our minds, to not think outside of the box, to keep thinking the way that we are. But straight up, to have a better lifestyle, you have to start thinking outside of that box you made around your own mind. You have to start thinking in ways that you've never thought before. You have to start doing things you've never done before so you can get that result that you've never gotten before. And the roadblock that's often ahead when you try to do this is that you just don't know where to go. You don't know where to start, and it's really, really confusing. I was there, and if I'm being so completely honest, that is one of the moments in my life where I felt the most lost. But as I said before, I mean, you're doing something different. You have to shift the way that you think. So I want you to truly hear me when I say this. If you don't get anything else from the video, this is the one thing that I want you to get. You are not lost. You are simply just finding your way. So okay, if you're striving to better your lifestyle and you don't know where to go, you don't know where to start, it is okay. You're gonna run into a couple of trial and errors. You're gonna run into a couple of failures along the way. But you have to understand that your mind is so powerful, and that failure is never the end unless you allow it to be. Understand that your failures and your mistakes do not make you. They don't define you. It's what you do when you fail. It's what you do when you have a mistake. Are you gonna allow that mistake to keep you down while you're down? Or are you gonna rise to the challenge, and are you gonna get up? And I'm in your corner. I want you to get up. But ultimately, that is your choice. You can have a better lifestyle by finding the ugly parts of the journey and learning to love and learning to fall in love with those parts, because those parts are always going to be there. I mean, there's going to be high points, there's going to be low points. But in those low points, you have to treat them like they're a high point, because optimism, being optimistic, that's going to get you from that low point, and it's going to bring you to higher points you've never even seen before. Realize that joy is in the little things, and that it is never too late, because you control your narrative. So begin to embrace the fact that your lifestyle and your life can be whatever you want it and whatever you see it to be, as long as you're willing to put in the work for it. So put in the work for it, because it will be more than worth it. You no longer have to be confined by that box you've made around your mind anymore. You don't have to. So don't keep feeding into that box. Think outside the box. Do something different so you can see something different. I'm telling you, like, when you stick to the process, you are going to feel in your day-to-day the positive changes. And that feeling that you're going to feel is something that you can't put a price on. So I encourage you, do something different. You're more than capable of making the change. So just do it, because there's no worst case scenario. And yeah, that was basically it for me. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for the love, man. And as I say in every single one of my videos, I know this from personal experience because it's helped me. It's currently helping me, and I know that it'll help you too. So appreciate y'all again. Y'all have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.